Here's some good news for you today. The Lord is helping you right now. And He wants you to be helped. He wants to help you because He loves you. You see, there are many times in the Bible where the Lord has said that He is compassionate. The earliest verse I know of is Exodus 22:27, where He says, "Because His cloak is the only covering He has for His body, what else will He sleep in? When He cries out to me, I will hear, for I am compassionate." So God loves His children to say, I want them to have everything they need. Okay? But He allows you to choose if you want to be His child or Satan's. Because He loves you. He'll let you have that choice, and He's not going to force you to choose Him. There are many times where Jesus was moved with compassion by the multitudes. And He wants to help those people too. So, there have been sins that people commit. I'm telling you, don't worry about them. Alright? Worry not about anything, but instead pray about everything. Tell God what you need, and thank Him for all He has done. Jesus said, all those who believe will be saved. In the end times, so many signs have happened for these end of age times, for the end of the age to be near. Jesus said there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. There will be wars and rumors of wars. And see, we just had an earthquake in Antarctica. There have been famines all over the world in third world countries many times. There was a rumor of a civil war last year and at the beginning of this year. And then there were actual wars where at the beginning of 2020. And we almost had a World War III. Jesus said it wouldn't happen immediately after these things. But there is something else that's also coming. He said, then you will be handed over and persecuted into the hands of men. And He said, when you're in prison, don't worry about what you're going to say, for the Spirit of truth will speak through you. His compassion for us to help us throughout all of our struggles and all of our problems. It's His forgiveness and His compassion that defeats your sin. For the shedding of His blood washed your sin white, that you may be slaves to sin no longer. That we may all be slaves to sin no longer. But the Lord wants to help you. And He doesn't want you to go to hell. He's not wanting to send you to hell. He doesn't want you to suffer. He doesn't want you to go through pain. Not for eternity. And if He does ever want something that would seem like He shouldn't do that or something, don't question Him like that. You can ask Him, why is He allowing it? Or what's going on? But not in a way of thinking that God's evil. No, He's good. And you know what? He doesn't owe us a thing. So if we suffer and all that, sometimes it's our fault, sometimes it's others' fault, sometimes it just happens somehow. But look at the story of Job. And God said, who has a claim against me that I must pay? For everything under heaven belongs to me. But you see, He wants to help you through all of your struggles and all of your temptations and sins. He wants to help you throughout every battle that you face. Some people forget to act right. Some people have addictions. Some people have any other problem that you can think of. But the Lord wants to help you through it all. And see, if you go to hell after you die, I don't think it was because you sinned. Because everyone sinned. Everyone has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But I think that if you go to hell, it's because you chose hell by not believing. Not sinning, but not believing. For all those who don't believe will be condemned. though there is one sin that shall not be committed. It said, blasphemy against the Spirit will not be forgiven. But blasphemy against men and even the Son of Man will be forgiven. But don't think for a second that you have blasphemed against God. Because if you did, there would be no forgiveness for that sin. But for he who believes, all things are possible. Maybe people who did that would still be able to be saved by believing, but God will never forget that one. Maybe because that's one that actually hurts or something. But believe and be saved. The Lord's compassion is great enough to sustain you throughout all of your struggles and sins. Don't be afraid, and don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust in the one He sent, whose name is Jesus Christ. The compassion of the Lord is strong enough to defeat your sin. The forgiveness of Him has washed your sin white. Trust in Him at all times, O people, for He is strong enough, and He can help you, and He will help you. Just ask.